Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Discover Your Project Genius webinar. My name is Joseph Hiker. I am the leader of Shine, and we are based in the European Union, and we are faculty level 3 partner of Genius U. In today's webinar, I will show you how to use simplicity and make more revenue faster. And let me show you how we manage projects with ease at Shine, how we work with motivation, agility, and software tools, and how we successfully prevent overloading of our people. And most importantly, you will learn how we can innovate fast and put our marketing plans into practice. I will also introduce you how to innovate, master your Project Genius 5.0 micro school, and you will learn in particular how to apply a unique change triangle concept to success of your projects. And now pay attention. It used to be that project management has a reserve for specialists. Today, this is no longer the case. Project management is core competency for every entrepreneur and every team member, because everyone has many great ideas and plans, but plans are not enough. They are need to put into practice quickly. You need to involve the people around you so that you are not left alone in the executing of your projects. At Shine, we have been involved in project management for 25 years. More than 778 companies use our solutions. During our practice, we have found that project management doesn't have to be complicated and impractical as people often think. Simplicity is a key. Simplicity leads to speed, and speed will positively impact your success. And we already know that the solution is not just about agile methods and software tools. What works is project management 5.0, and it's all about people. Project management has become digital project management over the last 3 years. Everything can be planned and coordinated online. You can now use AI tools for project management, and very soon it will be metaverse. And also, project management training is more effective online. And that's what today's webinar will be about. And now, let me show how the webinar will go. Please keep your video and audio turned off for now. If you want to ask a question, use chat. I will also share everything that is needed in the chat. After the webinar, you will also receive recording as well, the materials I will be sharing. I've prepared a little quiz for you at the beginning of the webinar. Yes, look to the screen. I'm starting to share the quiz, and you can find it easily. Just go back one slide, and just to type and let me share to the chat. Let me share to the chat as well the link, direct link to the quiz. Yes, please feel free to jump on it, and or you can write menti.com and use digit 263934 and 32, and you are welcome for the first question to join us. Yes, how well can I and my company manage projects? Yes, and you have a selection from A level. Yes, everything goes precisely. It's perfect. And B, I can handle a project, but sometimes I'm overwhelmed, and we can appreciate C level. Yes, it's so-so, and D level, I'm not very good at project management, and the E level, yes, it's I'm really beginner. Yes, and everyone is welcome just to indicate, yes, the status you are at the moment. Yes, and you can vote about the competency level of yourself, and again, you may challenge your knowledge. Yes, and it's a little quiz at the beginning. Yes, I am used to asking this question frequently. Yes, and get some feedback. Again, yes, you can find in the chat a direct link to the Menti. Yes, and feel free to jump on it or write menti.com and use 8 digits. Yes, and yes, thank you for the first question, and I've prepared another one, the second one, and perhaps a more important one. What is the main problem you are currently trying to solve in the implementing of your projects? Yes, and you can write one, two, or three challenging you are facing with at the moment. Yes, again, please feel free to indicate. Yes, and let's wait for a while for some ideas. Yes, a scope. Yes, it's the very first one. You're welcome. Yes, and what else? Okay. Just resources, lack of resources and time. And another one. At okay, we see the scope, digital tools, and time and budget. Yes, the typical triple constraint challenge: scope, time, and budget. These are competing frequently. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much for this very short, uh, very first interactive assignment at the beginning. Yes. Again, yes, I'm going to include your answers to the materials, and now let me start with a short story. Yes, and I will share the screen. Uh, you can often I see this story. Maybe some of you will recognize it. Yes, and here that know each other. This is Thomas, and Thomas is a yellow level entrepreneur, and he's 35 years old, and he's married, and he has two small children at home. His profile is creator, and he has many ideas. He also likes to meet other people, and previously, as you can see, he was full of energy. But Thomas is not very happy today. He's tired and overwhelmed. He knows that his business has changed dramatically over the years. The rapid emergence of AI is creating enormous pressure for change and innovation and speed, and he needs to implement a new business model quickly. But he also knows that project management has changed a lot in recent years. Everything is fast, everything is online, and he's failing to create a project team that is truly motivated and pulling together. And Thomas has no time learn new applications and procedures, and everything is too complex, and he doesn't know what to choose from the many options. He worries that he won't make enough money. As a result, he has no time for his family and his children and for his hobbies. And 69% of projects fail to meet their objective. And why? Yes, it often happened that three things are connected. Yes, and there are also three key reasons why projects often fail. First one, people rely on software to solve everything for them, but the motivation in the project team is not set up properly. And second one, people don't have the right simple project habits. And the third one, no one is addressing the typology of people. We assume by mistake that we are all the same. And using Shine as an example, we have built an innovative culture where people truly work together. Yes, and Shine is a company that can innovate quickly. Yes, and look to the screen. In the last 3 years, we have paid more than twice as much attention to innovations than before. Yes, comparing with the last pre-COVID year 2019. And thanks to innovation, the introduced simple marketing 5.0 concept and simple project management, last year we increased the turnaround of our micro schools to 186% compared to the previous period. And let's now look together how project management has helped us. And every project represents a change. Yes, if you want to be the master of your project, then you have to be able to create an intent, and it's about vision and objectives, and you have to explain that purpose to the project around you. And secondly, you have to set up the right so-called playground. Yes, the playground is about the rules of your project game, and here you need to choose the simple tools and rules and roles. Third one, you and the people around you need to be able to, but they also need to want to. And people will want to if they see the purpose in what they are doing. And secondly, if they have the autonomy to work, and if they experience feeling of mastery and appreciation. And, those three dimensions creates a so-called change triangle, and your project will be successful if you pay attention to all three edges of the change triangle. And this is a very practical concept, and I'm going to explain it more deeply straight away. But let's now explore how to get people to be experiencing feelings of mastery and appreciation. And Pythagoras once said, create a triangle and 2/3 of the problem is solved. And again, three interconnected things will help us. Yes, everyone has capabilities. These are about knowledge and skills and how we can use them in different project situations. And Project Management Academy, Shine Project Management Academy, creates the right simple project habits here. The second, attitudes. Attitudes are related to motivation, and project must make sense. People must be free to flourish and feel that their efforts are fairly rewarded. And this is achieved if you have the right environment for project work in your enterprise. And we have implemented our high-tech and high-touch IT solution to support motivation and reward system in self-driving agile teams, named Motivace. I will show you later. But the key is our characters. World dynamics typology and Thailand dynamics typology will help to flow. And each of us has a natural talent for how to learn and how to lead and how to live, and a natural strategy for good relationship at work and even for project management. And when you recognize them, you can put them to excellent use. And the combination of capabilities, attitudes, and characters creates the magic triangle of our project management 5.0. Again, you can see that three elements interconnected all together. And we found that world dynamics and talent dynamics typology could be a great way to understand the characters. We have been using it at Shine for 10 years, and we all have inborn basic energy. It determines what we do best. And Dynamo can invent new things, have the high creativity, fast, welcome changes as conceptual and strategic thinking, and a lot of visualization. And if you have this energy, you will put into a great use in initiation of your projects. And Blaze loves to communicate, can establish and create a good relationship in a project team. It's a good at motivating and loves variety and get others excited and loves to present. And third one, Tempo. He is practical, gets things right in time, has excellent one-to-one relationships, and tends to be a great salesman. And he's great at time management on projects. And last dimension is a Steel. He knows details, systems, and automation. He's excellent with facts and data and numbers, and thinks slowly and analytically, and needs logic. And he or she is a great at setting up project management systems. The point is that a person with a Blaze energy could approach project management a very different way from person with a Steel energy. For example, I have a Blaze energy. I'm good with the people, but I'm not good at detailed system setup and analysis. I'm probably not going to manage project with a great technology setup. And if you haven't done the World Dynamics or Talent Dynamics test yet, you can do a free simple Genius test for project management directly on our China homepage. If you use your initiate character correctly, you have a much better chance to getting to a state called flow. And in this state, you are much more productive. Yes, and now let me share the get the link to the Genius free test for you. And what is the next? As part of Entrepreneur 5.0, you can also get our supplementary reports. They contain several recommendations just for project management concerning your well-dynamic step typology. And we are also preparing a special webinar on how to use well-dynamics and talent dynamics state typology for project management. Let's go specifically to the second dimension. We'll show you how to make people feel a sense of purpose, how to make people have a feelings of autonomy in the next part. Regular meaningfulness creates the right habits. A good project culture is the same as a good heartbeat. Yes, a regular rhythm of work is important. No arrhythmias and irregular, unscheduled, and chaotic meetings. I like the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, and he says that having a goal is a good, but creating a habit is even more useful. Just keep walking. And how we work since 2014, yes, and you can use our case as a good practice example. We work consistently agile. That means that we have a regular rhythm of collaboration, and we use weekly sprints. Every Monday, we have a series of meetings where we evaluate and plan and work together. Planning for weeks has worked very well for us. And iterations, it's a monthly rule. Here we evaluate our projects and set priorities for next month. And the release is a 6-month strategic cycle. Here we strategically plan together in a day-long workshop. And how those Mondays, like our heartbeat organized, Monday morning consists of several short team meetings. We are using to sharing a lot of information using Zoom videos. Here you can read what meetings we regularly organize. Yes, we have basically 4 meetings. Not everyone is involved in each of them, but the important message, it's a regular, repetitive scheme. And I will mention 2 more of our key rituals. The first one is so-called aquarium. We say that things must be placed in the cloud in a way that others can look on them before the meeting. So there is no secret. The information is not in emails or in personal computers somewhere. And the second ritual we call meals. It's the same as turning the wheel of a water mill. It's the already mentioned regular attention. Sprint 52 times per year, iteration 12 times a year, and release twice a year. And the second ritual, and we have found that peer review principle very useful. We abolished the timesheet in our company a long time ago, and much more important to use is a commitment that a team member says to others. As stated and recorded, commitment is taken much more seriously. And now let me stop the screen sharing, and in this part of the webinar, I will show you concrete examples how we manage a project in Shine. First, I will give you step-by-step overview of how we work, and then I will share the desktop and show you directly the real software application. Again, you will see that everything it's simple, yes, easy to implement, yes, cloud-based, and you can follow this best practice. But first of all, yes, let me share the screen again, and I will explain you step-by-step example by Shine. Yeah, and here you can read that first of all, our strategy and promotion plans. Planning is important. Yes, we use Genius guidelines for creating our strategy and promotion plan. You will see soon an example, and we have implement our plans through projects, obviously. And project management in Shine in a nutshell. Yeah. our half-year strategy is always developed as a set of sub-objectives. At the top is always our vision. Yes, we are working with a vision frequently, and below are the sub-objectives. Yes, you can read it from the screen. Yes, and we achieve the sub-objectives through projects. And each project has a project, so-called project proposal. What's that? A simple structure where the project team gets the clear together on what the project is about and what the objective is. And mind map are great for this. Yes, we are good promoters of mind map approach, and we create them online in a mural shared workspace. And I will show you more details in a moment. And the next step, we will follow up with a slightly more detailed so-called master plan. Yes, and this is where the project team clarifies the key deliverables and agrees on a several timeline and identifies prerequisites for successful project execution. And as you can see, it's already starting to look like a schedule. Yes, this plan serves to orient all people. What is important? It must be, again, simple. Only the key elements should be incorporated. And then, fourth step, we create a clear work breakdown structure for each project. So that is clear what is to be created within the project. And it's common in today's fast-moving world to not be able to plan everything at the beginning. That's normal. That's okay. Yes, you work in agile way and add to the WBS as needed. For creation of a WBS, we have found the Mind Manager tool to be very useful. But there are much more tools for creating mind maps, and you can find free of charge or simple online-based mind map tools. And we use our solution and the cloud-based multi-phase application to create weekly plans and promises within the team. Yes, I have already mentioned that the promises are important. Yes, we can coordinate the details again in the cloud-based application that are suitable for this. The entire system is therefore made up of several simple, well-understood, interconnected parts, and this is important. Important message. Yes, prevent complexity. Yes, use visualization. Yes, use the simple tools like mind maps, mural, WBS structure as a base for project. And from the practical point of view, yes, you can find a couple of cloud-based software tools for or operational project control. Yes, you can read. We are used to using Freelo and Asana and Microsoft Planner and Trello. Yes, the point is, again, keep it as simple as possible. And now pay attention. We use our unique high-tech and high-touch multi-phase application to get the team to agree what they are going to work on. Importantly, we only make the big agreement in this application. Yes, again, prevent to jump to each single details. We don't plan the details. Yes, that's not needed. Yes, and here is a print screen from this application and how it works. On the slide, yes, you can see on the left-hand side, yes, you can see the project in a WBS structure. It's a normal hierarchical reconstruction of the what to be executed. And from that, we drag and drop deliverables that the team will be working on a weekly Kanban. Yes, and we evaluated that the standard Kanban approach is it's perfectly useful for an agile style of delivery. And the next week, the team will always have a fun whether the given commitments was achieved or not. And if not, the deliverables are, or particular deliverable is rescheduled to the next weekend. And there is nothing unique about that. Many software applications that work on the Kanban principle can do this, like Trello, for example. But now pay a good attention. We don't just work with the usual timesheet. We plan and evaluate in credits. and time. When you are going doing a task, you have to give it time. Yes, 1 hour, 2 hours, half a day. Second element, role. To perform a task, you are in a specific role. You may be managing it, you may be a team member, you may be a junior who is learning, yes, and of course, in the case you have a more important or mature role, you get more credits for time. And third one, it's importance. The task has some importance. It can be high, it can be medium, it can be low. And last element, it's usefulness. It can be great, it can be average, and it can be none. And combination of these things, time, role, task, importance, and usefulness are the basis of the system we call in a Shine credit system. And the credits are then used to distribute bonuses. It means that in the case of the successful innovation, yes, team members get the rewards appreciation based on credits collected in the database. Everyone is thus motivated to complete the project as soon as possible and in the best possible way. And why? Why it works so miraculously? Look to the reward cake. Yes, reward cake. Let's imagine you have collected 10,000 bags in rewards. Yes, and if you have 4 credits in your database, then the value of 1 credit is will be 2,500. But if there are much more credits for the value of each credit will decrease, and your people will understand this very quickly. Yes, they will understand that it makes no sense for them to approve unnecessary work. Reworking poor quality or outputs only adds more unnecessary credits to the database. Instead, they strive to do the best job possible and actively offer to help others succeed too. And they want to have the time to increase pay, yes, and for example, by working on other invoiceable work. And the system is great for innovation when it is not yet clear whether the innovation will work. And this is frequently the case of this quickly changing world. And the future revenue, or part of them, are shared through continuously approved credits. And that's a miraculous, yes. And now we will go through a few examples live soon. The data are then displayed using in our case, Microsoft Power BI tool. But again, yes, you can implement just graphs. Yes, keep simplicity. Everything is clearly accessible in graphs. For example, you can see how individual team member contributed to their project and how and who worked with whom and how intensively. Yes, this is clear. And again, it's provide permanent feedback to the team. Yes, and at the same time, we have perfect base for the rewarding of the people. And this is first explanation how we are used to work. And now I'm going to share some real case examples. Yes, and let me start the screen. Let me start a screen with a couple of examples. Look to the screen. Yes, you can see this is a slide deck. Yes, there is a slide deck. Here is an example of the strategy that we created within Genius partnership. Yes, we then implement our plans through the projects. Yes, it's quite extensive slide deck, but planning is really important and helps us a lot. Yes, in a practical implementation. But let me show another step. Yes, the mural. Yes, I already mentioned the mural. The project is jointly planned on a mural shared workspace. I would recommend this super useful application. And here you can see example of the creation of one of our micro schools. The mural serve as an endless flip chart paper. Yes, you can see they can increase and decrease the size of this mural, and it's an extremely useful tool for planning project in the digital world. Why? Because we need to make it visible. Yes, and here you can see another mural that is the usage of this mural is project planning purposes. Yes, what we have done again is a real case. Yes, started with the project intent, continued to the project proposal. Yes, agreed about the project concept, and it's easy to implement, easy to follow. Yes, and you can invite people to join you. Yes, and this is again a step-by-step procedure, as I explained in the presentation before. And the clarity and simplicity make the entire planning process quite fast. Yes, because it's a prevention of a misconception, a misunderstanding. Yes, it works pretty well. Yes, and now let me share another example how we work, how we are used to work with how we are used to work with work breakdown structure. Here it's a real case example, the work breakdown structure for one of our project created in mind map, in mind manager again. Yes, you can deconstruct the deliverables to more nodes, to sub nodes, and etc. But again, keep it simple. Yes, understandable. And we use mind manager to create a WBS structure, and the WBS structure represents the team's agreement on what needs to be created within the project. Yes, that's a perfect. Yes, again, you can see nothing complex. Yeah, keep hierarchy just light. Yes, and understandable for everyone. Yes, this is another example. And now our multi-phase tool. I already mentioned that the core of the efficient online collaboration is actually to agree about the premises and the deliverables within the team. Yes, and how it works, each project has its master WBS prepared in our application. Yes, you can read it. This is live example. Yes, on the left-hand side. And in a weekly sprint, the team member agrees on which deliverables from the WBS structure to working on. Yes, and they will put them in a weekly Kanban. Yes, you can see here there's a real case. Yes, there is a item. Yes, there are two people from the team. They agreed about a particular deliverable, and yes, and importantly, each deliverable is then assigned to a team. Yes, it's normally 1, 2, or 3 people, and everyone will estimate the hours of attention needed. And the following Monday, the entire project team will take the work together to evaluate how well the commitments have been met. Everything is calculated in credits. Yes, I already explained what is the credit system about. Again, it's a calculation of the time, role, yes, importance and quality of the deliverable. And these are the project on time, importance and quality. The credits are recorded and are the basis for bonuses at the end of the project. This is a super solution because it helped us actually to innovate quickly, even as in the circumstances we have not budget for it. And in the same way, we have gradually built a highly collaborative, self-directed team because the agreement about the quality of the deliverable, it is not based on the decision of the project leader or leader of the company. No, it's agreed jointly within the team on a weekly meeting. And we are also able to use credits to reward teams for successful innovation. Yes, this is another case. And here, let me show you one of the cloud-based applications for operation project control. yes, a particular marketing team, yes, is used to using Freelo, and this is typical Kanban-like application. Of course, it's perfect for controlling the daily operations. And but the point is to avoid to be overloaded with the planning. Yes, in the case the project is complex or more difficult to implement, let's jump to the application like Freelo or Trello or Asana. Yes, and you can do it. And now let me wrap up this practical part with some summary. Yes, and it's a summary. Let me share the screen again, and you can see the screen, and together we create the intent. Yes, this is important element. Yes, because frequently the people are misleaded about the vision of the project, about the objectives. Yes, and this joint first team, or at least the core team members planning workshop, it's important. And then we work in an agile way in a weekly sprints, and we plan together on a shared mural, shared desktop. Yes, you have already seen examples. And then we create weekly commitments in our Motivate application, and coordinate individual projects in a simple cloud-based application. Yes, and we repeat this circle regularly every week. It means it keeps our projects running smoothly. Yes, and again, yes, from the big picture, go to the mural. Yes, agreed about key deliverables and steps. Yes, then motivates its agreement within the team, and then operational project management control. Yes, again, you can see print screen from the mural. The most of the agreements are based on the share screen. Yes, then cloud-based applications, and if a project is complex or more complex, WBS structure is a perfect and for each project, here you can see an overview of the key software application we rely on. What is important? We don't rely on one in particular. Rather, we use specialized, simple cloud-based application for various things. Yes, this is a perfect. Yes, because today you can find application for each single task, but the better is to integrate them. And increasingly, AI is coming into our work. Yes, you can see the list. The core ones is the Genius platform, our Motivates cloud-based self-evaluation tool. It's a Freelo for operation project control, and DigiSkills portal. It's a special micro-learning tool supporting our trainings, and I will explain it soon. And summary, our policy. People choice with suitable well-dimensioned profiles is important. Yes, and people have to want to win, but at the same time they have to love their work. Yes, and it means appropriate selection of the team members is important, and we give people sustained opportunities to grow and to engage in innovation, and we don't overload people. We don't use the timesheet, and utilization is not required. Don't have the consequence is that people don't have to find what to do. Yes, and emphasize is to the self management team, and what works for us. Yes, estimations and public commitments, and people people can estimate what they can do themselves. Yes, and of course they need to learn and improve their ability to estimate, and maximum openness. Yes, and last is written. Yes. Commitments, collaborative evaluation, record and evaluate everything continuously. It's a team in a dedicated cloud-based application. But again, yes, you shouldn't implement such advanced high-tech and high-touch approach as we do. Yes, it might be implemented in a Google Sheet. Yes, but people break down work and estimate capacity themselves. So this is important, not to prevent overloading of the people, because at the end of the day, yes, the bottlenecks is your team. Yes, and prefer collaborative evaluation on a team. And now let me I'm going to show you our coming micro school mastery or project genius 5.0. But before we go through the landing page, let's stop at one thing. Yes, that's why project management works better online. And the key reason why project management training and execution is more effective than in person is social learning. Yes, and social learning works much better online. And why? It's the same as at school. Yes, people learn the best from each other. This is obvious. They need shared and repeated experiences, and there has to be a class, and you you just can't create that in a one-time event. Yes, and how does it work? How does it work in online? Yes, the first step is so-called do-it-yourself preparation training using micro-learning. And what is a micro-learning about? Micro-learning is a concept of a short, usually from 3 to 4 minute videos, and you can even watch these on your mobile before the online training. And the cycle is it continues to the join online meeting with a trainer. Normally it takes duration is from 90 to 180 minutes. Yes, and the point is that you can implement your new knowledge in a practice. And at the beginning of the next session, yes, it's a short mastermind session, and you get a feedback from the trainers and the others. And the point is that the cycle is being repeated 4 and 6 times over 4 weeks. And this way, it's much easier to create a habit. And in addition, it's much easier to find time in your schedule, yes, because you are not overloaded. Yes, it requires just 3 hours per week for 1 month. Yes, and if someone can attend an online class, they can watch the recording. But obviously, yes, to be involved in the training, it's more powerful. But the point is that this way of online virtual training creates habits and appropriate simple project management habit. By the way, there are many more reasons. You can find and read in this article of mine on my LinkedIn profile. The article is in Czech, but if you turn an automatic translation, you will understand the content perfectly. Yes, the name of article is 317 kilometers of food and other benefits of going online. Yes, and feel free to read it. That's short comment to the online training, and now let me share the screen of the screen of the Mastery or Project Genius Maestro School. It is example, yes, how to build the right simple project management habits. As you can read again from the screen, yes, and let me share the link to this particular micro school to your chat. Yes, and the promise is simplify your project management approach and increase revenue quickly by mastering the right habits and leveraging your unique strengths and master your project genius in 4 weeks. Yes, and we completely change the style we are training project management competencies during the last 3 years. and what we invented and realized that this step-by-step approach, yes, and social learning worked pretty well. Yes, and the master, your Project Genius 5.0 micro school will begin at the end of the April 2023, and we will teach you the practices that have worked best for us at Shine. And the important part of this is that with the mastery of Project Genius, we will help you to find your highly unique, personalized pathway to successful project delivery using the world dynamics or talent dynamics typology. And this is important. Yes, micro school ran for 4 weeks, and each week is focused on a specific topic. Yes, it's a step-by-step approach. Yes, let me scroll the screen quickly, and let me highlight some items. Yes, and it's this micro school is useful for entrepreneurs or project managers or even for freelancers. Yes, and online allows us to combine synchronous elements and do it yourself in a great way. But it also allows us directly practice techniques and technologies that you can use straight away to make your project successful. It's actually a combination of the training and your real work on your real projects. Yes, and let me mention what you can get in this masterclass micro school. Yes, you will be more professional, save time, and you will have completed your own work. It means that you can practice the training directly on your individual projects. Yes, and here are the trainers, and here you can see the schedule. And by the way, from the schedule, it's obvious this is a step-by-step approach. Yes, it requires just a half of a day per week. Yes, and we can train you. And finally, yes, the innovative style and Genius and Shine style of online training incorporates more items, more value. Not just a material Project Genius masterclasses, yes, but also the special toolboxes. And people, they love cookbooks and toolbox, yes, ready to use, yes. And we have also bonus 60 minutes Q&A session, and you will get Master of Project Genius for Microsoft environment cases. This is particularly useful for people who are working on a Microsoft environment, and also 30 microlearning do-it-yourself self-study courses and 10 additional training microlearning videos that are special designed for the project management purpose. Yes, and here is a compelling offer. But again, yes, feel free to look on it, and let me explain by case what is the uniqueness of the approach by Shine. Yes, here again, I'm sharing the mural for the last time here during our webinar. Yes, and this is a so-called workspace. Yes, and this is guide. This is actually guide how to initiate, plan, structure, and manage projects step by step. Yes, it's a cookbook. Yes, and it's incorporated, and you will practice it during the training, and you can see just to take the template, copy and paste, and you can start with your real case project. This is important. Yes, and I already mentioned that we are promoters of the mind technique. Yes, and here you can see Master Your Project Genius structure. Yes, please keep in mind that efficient online training is not just lecturing online or using PowerPoint, yes, or Google document. Yes, it's highly structured. Yes, it's actually series of the short interactive assignment. Yes, working on the mural. Yes, individual working in the breakout rooms. Yes, using micro-learning videos. Yes, and you can see from the screen that the structure, and this is one lesson. Yes, this is one our lesson 1 and lesson 2 example. Yes, and it's a quite huge structure. It means that the knowledge it's coming through the interactivity. Yes, and now let me specifically highlight DigiSkills self-study portal, micro-learning portal. Yes, this is another feature that is embedded in our approach, and it's recommended. Yes, this is an example of Mastery of Project Genius, one of the previous training. Yes, it means you get access to the special page. Yes, everything is explained here. Guideline how to use technology. Yes, materials for downloading before the lesson. And here you can see from the screen. Yes, there are embedded micro-learning self-study videos, typically 3-4 minutes. Yes, and it is perfect preparation before the online training. And again, yes, you can see it's an online training, and we can record it. Yes, and you can download the self-study materials and guidelines. And again, yes, and basically this micro-learning portal creates a created story. Yes, and here I can highlight that here it's 30 micro-learning courses available. They are about the digital productivity and project management. And again, you can jump directly to the small micro-learning self-study training and improve your digital knowledge. And it's a perfect combination of the real training, your individual preparation, and do-it-yourself element. Yes, and it is another part how the training, efficient training, project management training in the in agile work and digital work work. Yes, and finally, let me wrap up explanation, my explanation with 2 slides here. Yeah. You can see previously frustrated and overloaded Thomas. Yes, and Mastery of Project Genius is a perfect vehicle how to transfer Thomas. Yes, to be happy and full of energy now. And here, let me share the contacts to myself and to the Shine. Yes, and I'm going to share to the chat. The contacts to us on Genius U. Yes, everyone is welcome to join our Project Mastery Circle, and please feel free to visit our Shine webpage, or you can find us on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook, and everyone again is welcome to join us. Yes, and that's a final example. And now let me wrap up what to say in conclusion. The emerging society 5.0 needs project management 5.0. Yeah, new technologies, AI will help, but the key is you and your people. Adapt the right simple project management habits. Yes, simplicity. They lead to speed, and speed will help you succeed. And use the power of your well dynamics typology, and implement everything immediately. Proceed, walk step by step, like you are walking on a mountain. Yes, I like to work. I'm used to walking on the mountains, and this is very similar. Yes, from hill to hill, and the agile approach is great, and it's not necessary to have a perfect solution. And that's a good news. Yes, it's better to have it quickly, and especially to build the right habit. And on this journey, we would love to inspire you. And that's it. Yes, and thank you very much for your attention. Yes, I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm ready to answer and observe the questions.